Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amra. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the 4 biggest culture shocks that I experienced while I was studying in the United States. So the first one is having accent. Back in Mongolia, if you don't have like this perfect American accent, people will like shame you for it. People like, oh, you sound weird, like you have the thick accent, you can't really speak English, like that kind of bad vibe and bad comment is very common in Mongolia. When I came to the United States, no one was making fun of my accent. And I studied in the Arizona state where there's a lot of Hispanic and Mexican people. They all had accents. The United States is a melting pot. There's people from all over the world. So they all have like a little bit of different accents. So it was actually a quite nice culture shock. I felt like I was in a safe zone, like no one's going to judge me for having an accent anymore. The second culture shock was how America was this individual country versus Mongolia was this kind of a tight community country. In Mongolia, you would have like very tight group of friends, but in the United States, people just don't get into groups that easily. They just have few friends here and there, and one friend in there, one BFF here, and it's not like a group thing. The third biggest culture shock I experienced was how the Americans were so independent compared to Mongolians. So let me give you 2 examples. The first example is in Mongolia, usually when people go to the airport or coming from the different country, they usually ask their family members or friends to pick them up. But in the United States, people are just like, I'll take an Uber or Lyft and whatever. And the second example is, you know, in the United States, every single person will write at the bottom of their email will say like, if you have further questions, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. That's like the signature sentence at the end of every email. But bad news is you actually have to hesitate before you ask any questions. Unless that person is international student advisor whose job description states that that person should help you, you really need to hesitate before asking questions. And in Mongolia, no one will shame you for asking any questions. People will just try to help you and, you know, answer your questions. But in the United States, people get really irritated. The first response you will hear from people will be, did you Google it first? Did you like at least visited our website? So I'm not saying that kind of response is a bad thing. It's just Americans are more independent. They do their own research first. In English language, you have more answers and more data on the internet versus in Mongolia, you have limited or lack of data on the internet in Mongolian language. That's why in Mongolia, people are more prone to ask questions, and in the United States, it's just easier to find answers on the internet. The fourth, last culture shock was actually the biggest culture shock I had. Like, it took me over 1 year to get over this culture shock. The American people, they are more civilized than Mongolian people, but Mongolian people are like more honest. So in the United States, people are like so civilized. Even they don't like you, they will tolerate you. But in Mongolia, if someone doesn't like you, they will like tell you in their face. So Mongolians are more honest people when it comes to liking someone or don't liking someone. Most of the time, you could tell who are your friends and which people don't even like you. But in the United States, it's more blurry and it's more difficult to tell because everyone is like so civilized and so polite. Even they hate you, like they won't cause any drama. To the point, I thought like a lot of people were my friends, but turns out they were just tolerating me. So like I had my biggest disappointment for almost a year. And luckily my fiance was there with me. After a year, when I got over this culture shock, I just realized it's not a bad thing actually. The good thing in the United States is that people won't cause any drama just because they don't like you. They would just be nice and tolerate you, and that's okay. And now that I'm thinking, when I was in Mongolia, like, I was living such a dramatic life. There was a drama everywhere. When someone doesn't like me, they will tell me, and there's a drama. And if I don't like someone, I will tell them right away into their face, and we will have some dramatic moments. In the United States, I actually felt really peaceful, and to the point it was kind of boring. I would have to call my friends back in Mongolia, like, is there any drama? Okay, so that's the 4 culture shock I had in the United States. And in this video, 4 examples of culture shock is only my experience, and I'm not telling that every single Americans are like that or every single Mongolians are like that. Generally, overall, I had a great experience in the United States. Thank you so much for watching my video until the end. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a good day and see you next time. Bye.